Hey everybody, and welcome back to another tutorial. In today's tutorial video, we're going to be covering how to get started with our brand new Unreal Engine SDK. We're going to show you a few things on how to get started, how to get the thirdweb plugin into your Unreal project, and show you some of the features and everything that you get with the Unreal Engine SDK. So an overview of what we're going to cover in this video, we're first going to show you how to get the thirdweb plugin and how to set it up with your Unreal Engine project. And we'll cover the features that you get with the SDK, which includes connecting a wallet to your Unreal Engine game. And with that being said, let's get started and jump on the computer. So the first thing we're going to do, and this is assuming you already have Unreal Engine installed on your computer, we're going to open up our Epic Games launcher here. We're going to head over to the marketplace. And once in the marketplace, we can search in the search products search bar here. We're just going to search thirdweb. When we search thirdweb, you're going to see right over here our thirdweb Unreal plugin. So what I'm going to do is click on that. Now, I already have this plugin installed, so you might see like a add to cart or purchase button here. Plugin is free to use and to get, so you're just going to purchase it and get it right here. You can see right here for me, it is unavailable because, again, I already have it. But once you click on that, add it and install it, come to the library here. If you already had the Unreal Engine plugin installed, you can come over here to the installed plugins and you can see if there is an update available for it. So I'm going to update mine really quick because I'm on a older version. So I'm going to hit update, and this is going to give me the newest version of the Unreal Engine SDK from thirdweb as of recording this video. So that is updating here. We can take a look at it in downloads. You can see we're updating. So once this update is finished, we'll come right back and get started. And I've finished updating the thirdweb SDK. So once that is done, you either have updated to the most recent version or you installed it directly from the marketplace for the first time. We have the thirdweb plugin available for us to use. So next thing we're going to do is launch Unreal Engine here, and we're going to create a new project and show you how to get the plugin and everything set with that. So we're going to hit launch Unreal Engine here. And once you have it launched, you'll be brought to your project browser here now, and you can select, from a game template. You can select from any one of these. And I'm going to select games here, and I'm going to just go to a blank project. I'm not going to be building everything. I'm just going to be going over how to implement the thirdweb SDK. So if you already have a game or something, you can just add the plugin into your existing game. Well, I'm going to choose blank here. I'm going to be using the blueprint because we are going to be using the blueprints and the modules or nodes in the blueprint as we go over what this SDK has to provide. I'm going to keep everything as is here, and I'm just going to name this here YouTube tutorial. And I'm going to create this project. All right, and we can see here that I have my Unreal editor opened up here. Now we're going to go over how to set up the thirdweb plugin. So what we're going to do first is go to the edit menu here. We're going to go to our plugins. That should provide you a plugin window here. And what you'll see in the installed side here is thirdweb. And we're just going to go to our thirdweb, and you'll see the thirdweb plugin here. And we're just going to check that off. It's going to see here that we have to restart our Unreal editor for our changes to take effect. So I'm just going to hit restart now, and it'll restart our editor again. There you go. Our editor has restarted. I'm going to close out this window, come back to edit. Then I'm going to go to project settings. Now in here under the engine section here, we're going to scroll down until we find thirdweb. Just right over here. And right over here, we need to set some of the configs for our thirdweb plugin. And what this is going to include is us providing it the client ID or our thirdweb API key. So coming to our browser here, we're going to head over to thirdweb.com and hit get started. I'm going to sign in with my wallet here. Once I have signed in, give this a moment, we're going to head over to the settings tab here. And this is where you'll have your API keys. So I'm going to just create a new API key here for this tutorial. I'm going to call this Unreal Engine SDK YouTube. And we're just going to hit allow all domains here just for the sake of this tutorial. But in there, you can add and whitelist the domains for what domains your API key can actually work with. I'm going to hit create and proceed. And with this, you'll be given a client ID. You'll also be given a secret key. And it shows some security messages and warnings here about how you shouldn't expose your secret key and everything, and that it cannot be recovered. And you can read that message there. And if you check that off, you're confirming that you have securely stored your secret key. I'm going to check that off, hit complete. I'm going to come over to my UE Unreal Engine SDK here, copy my client ID, and then I'm going to come back to my Unreal editor here and paste my client ID right over there. And with that, we have set our client ID and we have set everything for our thirdweb plugin in Unreal Engine. I can close that here. And now with the plugin, you are given a few things, and we're going to kind of showcase some of the examples and templates that are given with the plugin. So in your content drawer here, we can open that up. We're going to go into this engine folder under content. Now, if you don't see this engine or content folder, you can come to the settings here of your content drawer. And let me just see if I can move this up a bit. You come to the settings here. You just need to make sure that you have show engine content and show plugin content checked off here. And then you'll be able to see these folders that I'm going through right now. But in here, under engine, under content, if we drop that down and we scroll down, not content in here, plugins. So if we scroll down in our engine folder in plugins, we're going to find the thirdweb content folder. And in that thirdweb content folder, we actually have an example level that allows you to play around with some of the features that the SDK has to offer. So I'm going to open up this level here and drop down our content drawer. And in our level here, we're going to just make sure that we can play this properly here. I'm going to come over here and check our game modes, and we're going to select under the project settings, under game mode, we are going to make sure that we have in select game mode base class here, that we have GM thirdweb. And once we have that selected, we're going to hit this little play button, and I'm actually going to say new editor window here. We have a little separate window that I can play around with here. And in this demo here, you can see we have thirdweb examples. So what we can do here is show you all the different use cases that you can use in order to connect a wallet to your Unreal Engine game here. So we have 3 different ways, and we're going to cover all 3 of these here in this tutorial. We're going to take a look at the example and go into our documentation and kind of cover the different nodes in the blueprints that you get access to within this SDK. So the first and simple one is going to be private key wallet. So you can do a few different things here with the SDK. You can generate a new private key and create a new wallet with that private key. So you can see here we generated one and it's creating us a wallet right over here. Or we can provide it with a private key and we can import a wallet or create that wallet within our game right over here. So I can take a private key from my own wallet. So let's just come over back here. And I'm going to come into my MetaMask wallet here. And I have this wallet here ending in ABA06. Now I'm going to take the private key of this wallet, which is a new wallet that I just created. And I'm going to import that into our game. So I'm going to get that really quick. So I took my private key. Now you never want to share or your private key or anything like that. This is just an example showing you how we can take a private key and then create a wallet from it. So I'm going to paste in my private key there. And if I hit create, you can see here that it has now generated and connected the wallet, which ends in ABA06, which was my MetaMask wallet that I took this private key from. So you can see here, we can import private keys and create the wallet from it, or we can generate a private key and wallet all at once. Now, if we take a look at our documentation here, and we'll link this down in the description below as well, you can see here our Unreal Engine SDK. You can read a little bit more about it, getting started, which kind of just goes over what we just went over with getting the plugin and setting up your API key and how you can demo out the level that we're going over. But in the blueprints section here, we have private key wallets. And this is going to go over the different nodes that you have access to. So first we have generate a wallet, which generates a new private key wallet handle. We have create private key wallet, which converts a private key into a wallet handle. So this is going to be the generating wallet, which was we we come back to our Unreal editor, this one right here, we're just calling the generate to generate a new wallet, or we can call the create private key wallet, which is going to take a private key that we provided and then create the wallet that is associated to that private key. And then we can also get the private key. So if we want to get the private key of a wallet, we can do the reverse and get the private key of that wallet. And this would be, and you can think of the use case to get private key is if someone generated a wallet in game and maybe you want to give them the ability to access that wallet outside of the game, you can generate them their private key and they can then import that into another wallet to use. And these are the nodes that you get. So you get the generate wallet node here, then you get the create private key wallet nodes here, and then finally you have the get private key nodes here. Now what this looks like in this setup, let me see if I can get it real quick. So I'm going to come to the content drawer again, and in the third web content under the examples folder, and you go into widgets here, you can see each one of these widgets and components broken down. So we're going to go to the private key wallet here. And in the private key wallet, I'm going to head over to the blueprint view here, and you can see how this is set up. So right over here under generate wallet, we have our generate wallet node here, which you can see here generates a private key wallet. And all we're doing is adding that to the UI of when the button is clicked, we're setting the text to the wallet address. Same thing goes down here. We can take a private key. So we take the private key from the text input. When the button's clicked, we can create a private key wallet. And this is just, again, some UI stuff to display that in the UI of our demo. But again, this is to quickly go over how easy the SDK is to use. We can just simply plug in these nodes here to generate wallets or to generate or to create a wallet using a private key. And again, that is what this little sample here is for. Now, the next thing we're going to go over is in-app wallets. So in-app wallets are going to allow a user to sign in and generate a wallet for that user by them authenticating either with an email or an OAuth method. Now, if you aren't familiar with in-app wallets, we'll link a video down in the description below that kind of goes over what in-app wallets are, how they work, how they're generated using thirdweb. But I'll go over how in-app wallets here are going to work in your Unreal game. So you have two different options. Like I said, you have email or you have OAuth. With OAuth, you have the ability right now to use Google, Facebook, or Apple logins. We're going to do email first. So if someone provides their email, I'm just going to put my email in right here and I can hit login. I'm going to be sent a OTP to my email. And you can see here we have to verify this. So I'm just going to put this in here. And once I put that in, I can verify. And when it verifies that, what it's going to do is connect me a wallet. It's actually going to generate me a wallet and then connect that wallet to our Unreal game here. So you can see this is the wallet address that I was given here, which is this B3E16. Now, if I come to OAuth, well, let me just disconnect this really quick. Back in. Let's go to OAuth and let's use Google here. So I'm going to hit login. What this is going to then do is prompt us to sign in with our Google account. So I'm actually going to use the sync here. Let me verify here real quick. Once I verify that and log in, you can see here that we're connected B3E16. I'm actually connected to the same exact wallet because I'm using my Google email here, both in the email and in the OAuth method to connect to my wallet. So again, in-app wallets allow users the ability to sign in via email and then they'll be sent a one-time password, or they can use an OAuth method, which currently right now, Google, Facebook, and Apple are what you can choose from. Now, this here comes with a few different things, right? We're going to go over email first. So let's go over the email method. Let's take a look at our docs here. Come over to in-app wallets. And when it comes to in-app wallets and email, we're looking at these three nodes right over here. So the first thing we need to do is create an email wallet, right? So we're going to take the email address of the user And what we're going to do then is create an in-app wallet using that email. Now, with an email, you are going to have to send a one-time password to that user's email. So we're going to then send a OTP there. And then we have to verify that OTP of the user. So with that, we're going to generate the wallet. We're going to send the OTP, and then we're going to take the wallet and the OTP to then verify the user. So again, these are the 3 nodes you will have to use if setting up the email authentication with in-app wallets. Now, what does that look like in here? Let's take a look at, let's close this one out. We'll come back to our content drawer, and we can take a look at the widget here of our in-app wallet. Now, in-app wallet with email has 2 different widgets. We have the input area where a user has to input their email and everything, and then we have the verify OTP module that pops up. So we're just going to take a look at this one first. Come to our blueprint view. So you can see here, log in with email. We can create a email wallet right over here. We send an OTP code here, and that is then going to open up our OTP widget, which is that other widget where the user can enter in the code that they got. And we use that to verify the user. So we can actually take a quick look at that one really quick. Come over here. We'll look at this one. And you can see here with the verify OTP, and then we verify the OTP right over here. And if verified, we simply just close out the pop-up of verification and go back to creating the wallet for our user. So again, coming back to our sample here, in-app wallet, we put in our email here again. We can hit login. That pops up this widget right over here for us to verify the OTP. And then once we verified that, it verifies our OTP, closes the window if it verified, and then we're logged into our wallet right over here. Now let's disconnect this and let's come back into in-app wallets. And next we'll go over OAuth. So OAuth, if we take a look at our documentations, is here below email. So we have our create OAuth wallet, just like how we have our create email wallet. And then we can select our provider here. So you can see in this example here, the provider is set to Google. So we can set the provider here. Again, Google, Facebook, or Apple is what we have for OAuth right now for our Unreal SDK. And then we have our sign in with OAuth, which converts a private key into a wallet. And then we have our fetch OAuth login link, which fetches the OAuth login link for our in-app wallet. So we'll take a look at these nodes here, just like we did with the email one. Coming back over here, let me just zoom out and find this here. OAuth right over here. So again, in the login with OAuth section here, not as much as the email section because we don't need to send a OTP and have a verification window and verify the OTP. We simply just create a OAuth wallet. We set that wallet, we log in with our OAuth here, and then we are connected to our application. So again, couple nodes here, and we can get a user to connect using a OAuth method like Google, and we can generate a wallet for the user. And that's how quick and easy it is to set up something like this in your Unreal game. So again, you can set an OAuth, or you can have a toggle and give different options to your user. We'll select Google again here. We'll hit login. See here, this already remembered my Google authentication that we did just a moment ago, and it signs me in back into the same wallet, B3E16. Same exact wallet, like I said, that we get when we use the same email as the email with a one-time password. So that is an example of in-app wallets. We went over the nodes and everything. You have an email option where you're sent a one-time password. You have to verify that one-time password. Or you have an OAuth option, which you can then use Google, Facebook, or Apple. A user just signs into their account there, authenticates, and then is generated their wallet. So the final one that we're going to go over in this tutorial video is smart wallets. So smart wallets, if you aren't familiar, are our ERC 4337 wallets or account abstraction wallets. Now, this here, there is a lot more to it. And without getting into too much detail and explaining exactly what smart wallets are, I'm going to go over this assuming that you know the basics of what account abstraction is and what ERC 4337 is. If you don't, we'll add some links down in the description below. You can watch a tutorial video, read some documentation and guides on it. But I'm going to quickly go over what you get with smart wallets in the Unreal SDK. So right here, this is an example of us to play around with some of the functionalities and everything of smart wallets. So you can see here, we are generated a wallet address, and this is going to be just an example. So we can use this wallet here as the EOA wallet. So right here, we generate a wallet. We're not going to be given a smart wallet just yet because we haven't deployed this smart wallet or this smart account yet. We do need to provide it a factory. Now, you can deploy your own factory address, or if you want, at thirdweb, we have a pre-deployed account factory on all chains. It's deterministically deployed on all chains under the same contract address. So you can actually use that. I'll link the documentations to this and links to this down in the description below. But you could take that if you want to test it out. Or again, you can deploy your own account factory if you choose to do so. I'm just going to paste that in here, account factory. And all we need to do here is then specify the chain that we want to the smart wallet on. So I'm going to use 111.55.111, which is the Sepolia testnet. We can check off if we want to use or allow gasless transactions or not. So this is going to be if you want to enable things like a paymaster. And once we have those things set, we can actually create a smart wallet here. And you can see here, we are now created a smart wallet with a new wallet address here. That's our smart wallet. And the EOA wallet is this wallet that was generated over here. So essentially what you could do is have a user authenticate with a OAuth method like we went over with in-app wallets, and then use that as the EOA wallet instead. In this example here, we're just generating a random wallet here to then be used as the EOA wallet to this smart wallet account. On top of that though, you can now, once you have a smart wallet here, you can create sessions for it. And now if you aren't familiar with session keys, essentially what you can do is you can give permission to another wallet to sign transactions on behalf of your smart wallet. So this is great for games and everything. Maybe you want to give permission to the game, or you want the user to give permission to the game to execute certain things like claiming tokens, claiming items. Instead of having the user be prompted a pop-up every time they need to confirm or maybe sign a transaction, we can have a wallet on the back end, do all of that for the user and create a much more seamless user experience for a user playing a Web3 game. So again, in this example here, you can hit create session and it's going to create this session key here, which has a wallet that's going to have some permissions and everything to sign and do things on behalf of the actual smart wallet. And then you have the ability to, again, add your signers who are giving permission to for those sessions, or you can even have the ability to revoke sessions. Now, what is happening behind the scenes here, right? Let's take a look at all of this. So we'll take a quick look at the documentations here. So we took a look at the documentations here. We'll head over to the smart wallet section here, and we can take a look at all the nodes that you get access to within the SDK. So right here, we have the create smart wallet node, which is going to create a smart wallet for you. It'll take something like an in-app wallet, whatever you want to set up as the EOA wallet, plug that into the personal wallet here, and on success, it'll create that smart wallet for you. Now, we also have is deployed. Now, this is going to check whether the smart wallet is deployed or not. And if you've used smart wallets with thirdweb before, essentially what happens is when a user creates a smart wallet, they are given a deterministic wallet address, which is their smart account. Now, that smart account isn't technically deployed when it's created. It's just a deterministic address that we can associate to the EOA wallet. When a smart account actually goes through its first transaction or executes its first transaction is when the smart wallet is going to be actually deployed to the blockchain. So what this here is for is to check if that wallet is deployed or not. So you can see here, you'll get a result back if it's deployed, if it's not deployed. And from there, you can determine if you want to do certain things with the wallet, but it gives you and lets you know if the wallet has been created or not. Over here, we have the ability to create session keys. So again, you provide the smart wallet. We want to give that access to, we have the signer here, which is who is going to be the signer that is given the permission. And then you have Engine wallets over here as well. And Engine is just another tool of ours. Without getting into too much detail, we'll provide some links in the documentation if you want to learn more about Engine. It's essentially a Web3 API that you can create things called backend wallets to execute on-chain transactions for you simply by making API calls. And then we have down here, you can get admins, so you can get provided with the smart wallet and get the wallets back of who has access and admin access to the smart wallet. You can get the active signers. You can check if a signer is active or not. And then you can also revoke session keys, add admins, remove admins. And then we can check if a wallet is connected. And then we have the ability to disconnect the wallet as well. So a whole bunch of nodes is provided for smart wallets. And that is because, again, there is a lot of functionality that you get with smart wallets that is going to allow your users to get a much better user experience. And you can really start to abstract away some of the Web3 complexities that you get when having to deal with wallets, especially in Web3 games. Coming back here to our Unreal editor really quick, I'm going to close this, open our content drawer. You can take a look at the smart wallets here. We'll take a look at the graph or blueprint view here. And you can see that there are a lot of things going on here. Right here at the top, you can see we have on clicked, we can create a smart wallet, which we're taking in our personal wallet, which if we come over here is just generating a wallet like how we went over in the beginning. So just generating a wallet that we're setting up as a personal wallet. And then it's taking the chain ID, if we set gases to true or not, our factory address, and our override count if we provide one. And it's taking all of that and creating a smart wallet for us. So again, you're just taking the input fields here, plugging it in, and it'll create a smart wallet for you. Down here, you can see we are able to create session keys. We're provided our smart wallet. You can provide it the signer here. And below that, you can then set the permissions for the session key. So you can see here, we have maybe a token limit that the session key is able to actually spend. We can set a limit here. We can set a time frame of when the session key has access to do things on behalf of our user. And we have all of those permissions here that you can set. So again, session keys are a great way of being able to give permission to another signer to sign on behalf of the user. And that's just something you get with account abstraction and smart wallets. So you can create session keys there. You can set all the permissions and everything down here as well. And then you'll be able to do things like get the admins, get the active signers, and you'll be able to view who those counts and everything are. And that's a quick overview of smart accounts and what you get with Unreal Engine SDK. So if I come back over here and let's actually take a look at the documentations one more time, we covered quite a bit of things and quite a bit of nodes that you get access to in the SDK. Again, we have private wallet right over here. You can generate wallets. You can take the user's private key and create a wallet for them. You have in-app wallets. We have the email access, so we can create the email wallet here. We send them the OTP. We can verify the OTP and then generate and connect them their wallet. We also have access to our OAuth methods, again, supporting Google, Facebook, and Apple, where a user can just sign in and authenticate with those methods, and then we generate and connect them a wallet there. And then finally, we had smart wallets or account abstraction, which we can then create them that wallet. We specify things like the chain, the account factory that's deploying the wallets. We can provide that information, and their EOA or personal wallet, which we can generate them a wallet for them, or we can have them authenticate with something like an in-app wallet and use that as their personal wallet. And then we went over how you can create session keys, set admins and signers, and retrieve that information. And then we also have this section here for utilities. So these are some utility nodes that you can use also within the SDK. And these are things like signing messages. So you can, give a wallet, provide a message to sign. And then you have other things like validating private keys and validating wallet addresses. So a bunch of different nodes here that you can use as well. And that does it for all the different ways that we have. And that does it for all the different nodes and everything that we have right now currently in our Unreal Engine SDK. So again, a lot of the nodes that we have currently are to be able to connect a wallet to your Web3 game. Now, we are going to add a whole bunch of other functionality, which includes things like being able to read data from smart contracts on chain, along with being able to actually execute and transact transactions as well. Currently, that isn't in the SDK as of this recording, but it is in our roadmap and pipeline to be added to the SDK. But again, to quickly recap what we went over, in the thirdweb SDK for Unreal Engine, you have the ability to do things like generate private key wallets. So you can generate a wallet for a user automatically if you want to. You can take a private key and create that wallet for a user. So if they have a private key and you want to import it into the game, you can do that as well. You have the option for in-app wallets, which allow things like email. They'll be sent a one-time password. They verify that they get connected, or you can use a OAuth method, things like Google, Facebook, and Apple. User authenticates through that, is generated a wallet and is connected. And finally, we have the ability to use smart wallets. And smart wallets, account abstraction or ERC-4337. We take a user's wallet or in-app wallet. We use that as their personal wallet. We can set a factory, the chain we want to deploy to. If we want to support or sponsor their gas, we can use a paymaster to do so. And we can generate and create them a smart wallet as well. And that comes with a bunch of other functionalities like we mentioned, with is creating things like session keys and being able to sign and transact transactions on a user's behalf, which can really abstract away some of the complexities that you get with Web3 wallets. So there you have it. That was a quick getting started and overview of thirdweb's Unreal Engine SDK. Again, right now, currently in its state of recording this video, you're able to generate and connect a wallet, whether it's generating a private key wallet for the user, using it something like an in-app wallet, or creating them a smart wallet. And we'll provide links to documentations if you want to learn more about those different wallet options in the description down below. And we do have in our roadmap and down the pipeline the ability to read data on chain, along with being able to execute and transact transactions as well. So I hope you folks enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on more tutorial videos just like this. If you need any help or support, we'll drop a link down in the description below, along with all those other links to other documentations. You can open up a support ticket and our support team will be happy to help you out. But I hope you folks enjoyed this video, and until next time, see ya.